Well, it's been a while since I've filmed any. Been a couple days. We've been getting some rain. Got a little under an inch of rain, so really helped out with the wheat. We planted that when it was bone dry, and got that rain on it, so hopefully it does all right now. I'm actually going to go roll it right now into 7120. Gonna hook up the roller, but haven't filmed much last few days because just been doing a bunch of odds and ends. Got this line ran in here for our 3-phase, and the box is up there. Got that dug in, I don't know what night that was, but got that done. So now we're waiting on them to show up to run all the lines and stuff. And then we got the dryer anchor down, and we're got measurements for the auger. Gotta make up an auger for it, but for the most part I think we're about ready for that, minus the power and the blower system. But gotta figure out where to get all the piping from, but hopefully get that here soon also. But yeah, we're gonna start cutting beans again tomorrow. Gonna try. It's been a nice sunny day, so should be able to. But right now gonna hook up to the roller here. It's almost 5 o'clock, so I won't be able to really roll much, but gonna see if it's dry enough to roll. And then my brother uncle will probably roll tomorrow, so but yeah, so we'll get this hooked up and head out to the field and see if we can roll. Well, it was a little too wet to roll, as you can see, sticking a little bit on the roller, mainly where the tractor runs at. But so we're gonna quit rolling for tonight. And as you can see, this is our Triticale. It came up, I think it was 3 days after we planted it, and it looks really well, about probably 3 to 4 inches anyways, which is pretty tall for no more than what it's been in the ground. But it's been nice and warm here, and it's got some moisture now, so it's growing pretty good. This right here is all the wheat, but then about half of this, half of this in the back is Triticale also. We had I think my dad said 20 acres of it, so so I guess it'd be right about behind the roller there. That weighs all Triticale. We're gonna all chop that in the springtime. It looks like wheat right now, but it grows the same way wheat does. So we'll chop this and feed the Triticale to the cows. But we'll chop that. Can't remember when we chopped that was what, 2 years ago. And so yeah, we'll chop that in the springtime. But yeah, rolling didn't go too good. I guess some spots were worse than others, of course, so I'll just leave that. I don't know if it'll even go tomorrow, but it is supposed to be a nice sunny day tomorrow also. But yeah, we'll see. As you can see, the ground's just dark, so it's still soaking up the moisture, which is good. We got nice easy rain, and all of it soaked in. We couldn't have asked for much better rain, that's for sure. But yeah, we want to get it rolled while it's still on the softer side. That way it pushes the rocks in and smooths the ground out as best it can. But if you wait too long, it kind of gets hard. But if you go too early, it sticks like it is now. So hopefully we can get it rolled and do a halfway decent job. But yeah, like I said, tomorrow I'll probably be cutting beans. I'll go check them in the morning. We got what is it, 6-ish small fields to do, so it's a lot of moving. If I can get those fields done tomorrow, I'll be pretty happy. So we'll see what we can get done though. But a little after 5, my dad, he's up the road. He needs some fuel. He's ripping. the wheat stubble. He didn't get fuel before he left because fuel man wasn't here yet, and so I gotta take him some fuel. But yeah, I had to do a backhoe job this morning, so I got my trucks hooked up to the trailer, so I gotta unhook that and then go take him fuel, and then we're gonna start milking. So I'm gonna get going here and get that done. Well, it's October 18th, and we're back out here cutting some beans. These are pretty good beans so far in here. The middle road down in here is really good, but then there's a hill behind me here, and they around that 20, but down here in the bottom they're doing around 40, 50, so pretty good there, but not too good on the hills. But I think they'll average around that 40s anyways, so hopefully don't have any issues today. We got about 5 fields I want to get to today, and that's only totaling about I think only about 30-ish acres, so lots of moving. I think this piece here is around 7 acres, and didn't even take me, I think it only took me about 30 minutes to cut it, so it kind of sucks. Got a lot of moving today, but once we get done with these fields, that's it of all the small fields. I got where I want to wind up today, or by the end of the day, we'll be up into a piece where it's 2 pieces, but they're 20-something acres a piece. It's a little over 50 acres up there, so I want to get moved up there tonight, which I should be able to, but it's already it's almost 1:40. So hopefully we can get moved up there, but like I said, with all small pieces, it takes forever to do all that. But hopefully we can get it done and be done with all these small pieces, because I got where I go to next, that's the smallest fields. They're I think the one's 5, and then what is it, like 5, 8, and 12 or something like that, I want to say. So hopefully we can get her all done and get moved up to the biggest field and get moved in up there anyways. But my dad, he's ripping today, doing that. He's doing the field I did last anyways, and he's doing that today. And then the rolling, we're probably gonna wait on rolling because it's still tacky, so we're just gonna wait on that. We got good 10 days anyways of no rain, so we'll be able to get it at some point in time. And then so I got my uncle, he's running truck for me today, and then my girlfriend, she's gonna bring me back and forth, grabbing the head and moving combine and doing all that fun stuff. So that way my uncle doesn't have to drive the grain truck all around, taking me back and forth. So yeah, just never enough people, but it is what it is. We'll get her done anyways. But yeah, so like right in here, there's a, camera don't pick it up, but it's a pretty good incline, and it just doesn't have anything in here, but it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but the grain sample ain't the cleanest. I cannot get this combine set right. I've messed with the chaffer, the sieve, the rotor clearance, rotor speed, and I think the biggest issue is I'm going from good beans to bad beans, and I can't keep the machine full all the time, so it's just not getting all the hulls out like I like it to. And we have a lot of weeds issues this year. Gotta have a talk with our sprayer guy and get a little bit better system, because yeah, it's just it ain't good, let's just put it at that. And not too happy with it, but this year it just seems like no matter what they did, they couldn't kill the weeds. And yeah, because I think this year we sprayed, I know we sprayed everything twice, and some fields 3 times, and yeah, they're still not clean. So we're gonna have to do something different there anyways, and hopefully get cleaned up for next year, which we're hoping to get more half and half on corn and beans, because we're heavy on beans this year, just for the fact that we were heavy on corn last year. And corn on some of our ground doesn't do too good, so we wanted to do more beans, and then we'll get hopefully more half and half next year. But it also depends on the year. If we can get it in early, that's one thing, but if it's gonna be another late year, probably more beans will be planted again. But yeah, you can't do anything about it. But yeah, the beans that are there, they're pretty good beans, where it's the low ground, that is. They tend to have more moisture, and seems to be doing halfway decent, but the hills, there's absolutely nothing there. So a good field usually don't average out the best, but it is what it is. Each year's different. So but I just got this last pass to do here. My uncle, he's coming with the grain truck. We'll get unloaded, get the head off, and get moved up to the next piece, and hopefully get all set up and back going again. So we'll keep going here and get this knocked out. On to the next one. Well, finishing up with this another 6-acre piece here. Got a couple hundred bushel off of it. These didn't do too good. Probably averaging at, I don't know, 35, 40. For some odd reason, they just didn't do too good. But this ground we also did not roll. We got rain right after we planted, and then it just got too muddy, and then the beans were already up before we could get to it. And that roller definitely pays for itself on rolling, I think. I can get the head on the ground a lot better, where this here, they're just ridges, which partially our soil finisher, I'm wanting to go through it this winter. We got to do a bunch of work to it. A bunch of shanks are, I got, I don't know, probably 3 of them digging in the ground way too much, and leaving trenches. And then I got the front disc blades are shot, and the rolling baskets behind the disc, and the disc gangs in the front, and the ones in the back there, they're shot. So I want to replace all of them, or fix them, do something. So that's gonna be on the agenda for the winter. But yeah, I think would have helped a lot if it didn't leave trenches too out here. But it does help a lot to roll it. So definitely gonna try a little harder next year to get everything rolled. But gonna get this dumped, and then we're gonna move the combine. My uncle will take the truck home, get it emptied, and take it up to the next piece. But we'll get it empty here and get it moved to the next piece. Now got moved to the next piece here. There's 3 pieces right in a, well, kind of in a row. This is the furthest one north, then you skip over like 2 properties, then there's one, then you skip over like another 2, and then there's the last one. I think it's roughly, I think these are all roughly that 5 to 7 acres. So definitely small pieces, but they're all right in a row, and we've been farming them for years. So, but yeah, it's about the first field been in that didn't have weeds all throughout it. The only problem is there ain't much beans here. It seems like a common issue around these trees, or along the trees I should say, that the first, I don't know, 10-ish feet, there's absolutely nothing there. Not sure why that is. That did it on every single field that I've been in so far, and there's just nothing there, and they hardly even came up along it, so I don't know what that's all about. Usually, don't get me wrong, trees take a lot of the moisture and usually have problems with that, but this year it seems worse. Usually it'll come up and just won't amount to nothing, but this year, I mean, shoot, I don't usually cut the first good 5 feet around the edge just because there's absolutely nothing there. But yeah, this piece, well, on the monitor, it's running around 1820, so but the edges are usually the worst. So hopefully it gets better the farther in we get here. They should, a little bit anyways. I don't know how much, but yeah, this piece definitely not the greatest. Well, all these little pieces aren't the greatest, but not giving too much rent for them, but it's almost not worth farming them because of how poor they are and how small they are. But like I said, we've been farming them for years, and they're in line with everything that we farm. So yeah, but so gotta get this all opened up here, and then we'll get going. But hoping to still get done on time. I had a guy come for some bunks we had for sale, so that slowed me down a little bit. It's almost 5 o'clock now, so I'm hoping I can still get moved and everything, but we'll see. So we'll just keep going here and hopefully get this knocked out. have the head on. It actually is faster if I don't take it off, and I can get off the road faster. But as long as people pay attention, that's the second time I've done it. I haven't had an issue, but I know it only takes one person to not be paying attention to cause issues. But there's plenty of driveways along this field, so I don't have an issue with you know, people being able to get off the road, because I can't get off the road clearly. But yeah, definitely not the right way to do it, but like I said, I'm literally just going, I don't know if it's 500 foot down the road probably. You know, the biggest issue I have is there's they put the poles right on the road, and I found out that they're about 36 feet apart, because this is 35-foot head, and I can just get them in between it. There was, we used to have a 635 deer head, and that one must have been a little bit wider, because the one set of poles I rubbed them pretty hard, but this one didn't rub any, which I think the plastic's on the ends a little bit narrower on this MacDon, so that helped quite a bit. But yeah, so in this field, I think this is around that 6-7 acres again. Hoping to get this one knocked out, and then I just got to jump over, well, this field we don't farm, and then there's another guy, his house, and then we're on the other side of that. I believe that one's 5-acre piece. So yeah, I want to get this done and that piece. It's 5:30, or not quite 5:30, so it's gonna be close if I can get moved or not. I only got moved, was it about 2-3 miles up the road at most. So I might just do that. It tends to be easier moving at night anyways, for the fact that there's less people out. But today is Friday, so Saturday is usually not too bad either. So we'll see how time goes here and go from there. But these beans seem halfway decent. Well, halfway decent for the year, running around that 30-40 bushels. So yeah, but gonna get cutting here, see if I can get this piece done. I'm gonna call my uncle here, have him get the truck over here, and well, he might be milking, I don't know, I'll see what he's doing, but get the truck over here and get this done hopefully tonight, and go from there. So keep going here and see what we can get done. As you can see, we lost our wind. It's not blowing the dust at all anymore. But I'm almost done with this field here. Just gotta get up to the truck there and then jump over to the next field just down the road a little bit. Gonna get moved over there, get that done. This piece didn't do good at all. I figured only, I don't know if it even made about 25 bushel is all, so it is what it is. But yeah, we'll get this done, get moved, and then it's gonna be too dark, and without any wind, we won't be able to cut any beans anyway. So I'm gonna get this done, get moved, and then call her a night. So we got moved in here. I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but you can see good, it's almost middle of the head here. It's just solid weeds. Not sure what went on there, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. But just more or less annoying that you guys remember back in springtime when we were planting, we skipped this piece. It was way too wet, and we went up north and did everything else, and then we hit this on our way back home before doing the last couple hundred acres anyways. And this was way too wet. We did everything else and came back. It was probably a week later anyways, and it was actually about perfect to plant it. It was still a little wet up front. I'll see if I can show you guys it. It's I guess like a little swale, and it just always stays wet. And yeah, we can't get the drain or nothing, so it is what it is. It just stays wet, and that's that. But yeah, I'll see if I can show you. But it was awfully wet in there still. Beans did come up some in there, so that I guess is a good thing. But these beans actually look pretty good. They're monitor's at 0 right now, but they were doing in the 40s anyways. So usually, like I said, the outside is the worst because of the trees or weeds or whatever. But yeah, this looks like they're doing halfway decent, so we'll see what they wind up doing. But the beans this year just are awfully short. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because they got planted when it was wet or what the deal is. But yeah, this piece actually is looking halfway decent, but monitor's only showing 30, so they must not have too many pods or too many beans in them. But yeah, they look halfway decent, but must not gonna amount to much. But it is what it is. But yeah, like along these trees here, there's just nothing there to shoot about 10 feet. But I don't know, whatever. But yeah, this last piece we're gonna do, it'll be 6:30 by the time I'm done. It's about 6:10 right now. So yeah, we'll just get this done, and then we'll go home and probably milk, I guess. 'Cause I don't think we'll move, just for the fact that there's really no point in moving, because the wind died on me. So I think the beans are probably going to start getting tough already. So far they're not too bad, so yeah, but I don't know if the camera picks it up, but there's just a patch of weeds right out here, and like this right in here, there's nothing. So I don't, no point in even cutting it. But yeah, these beans look halfway decent, but if you look at them, they don't look like too many pods on them. Yeah, it's only mid-20s, so yeah, I don't think they potted too good. But the window's all full from the last piece, so not 100% sure how many beans are coming in. But yeah, so the swale starts right here, and then goes all the way across. When they sprayed it, they sunk in a good little bit. And I know I'm getting mud on my tires, so it's definitely wet in here. I have to tell my dad so he doesn't come in here with the ripper, because he's about 2 pieces behind me. So this will probably be one of the pieces he does again on his way back. But yeah, I mean, beans this year, they're nothing to brag about, let's put it at that. Yeah, so the field's only doing 27 acres, so, or 27 bushels the acre. But this year but right out there, that was really wet when we came in here to plant it. And as you can see, got nothing, which kind of expected that, but we were hoping that it would raise something, but yeah, it didn't do that. But the swale kind of goes throughout the whole field, but this end is drier, and as you can tell, it actually raised something. But yeah, when they sprayed all this, they mudded it up pretty bad to where it, as you can see, that beans didn't even come up in it. But yeah, I'll just keep going here, get this knocked down in about 15 minutes, so we'll get this done and then head for home, I guess. So got done with this piece. My uncle's coming, yeah, he's right there through the trees. Didn't show it, but picked up a rock and this MacDon head right in the front there, that brown, that's where the bunch of beans are that shelled out. But that is a rock trap, because when you pick up a rock, they'll get on that right at the beginning of the belt and feed in right there, so there's no belt in the front, and that way rocks will go there and not feed into the machine. So worked out pretty good. I didn't even see the rock, so good thing I had that. But yeah, so we're done here, so I'm gonna dump in him, and then I'm gonna go get my truck in the head cart and just bring it in here and leave it, because it's dark, and unhooking this head in the dark's not the funnest because you gotta get it on such a small spot. But we'll get dumped in here and go grab my truck and then go milk.